what's the deal with that?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. That's one of those things you forget
How
about.
does God have an army of
watch
ghosts?
Yeah, there's a bunch of ghosts, and then the one's like a
like, is
lady,
anyone
like
checking up on that guy?
Yeah, he's coming unhinged.
Jesse, right now, I'm not staying at my house. I'm watching my brother's dog.
Mm-hmm.
And
so everybody knows they can break into your house right now.
If you know where I live, well, by the time this episode comes out, I probably won't be there.
Okay.
But it seems like whenever you're at someone else's house and they're not there, and then something breaks that has absolutely nothing to do with you, you do have a moment of like, fuck. Like, what is going wrong here?
What, like his weekend at Bernie's? Like you gotta like play it off like nothing happened?
Not that, but it's like, it just, you have the feeling of like, I didn't do anything wrong or break this, but I do feel as if I'm somehow guilty for this. And it seems suspicious that like, oh hey, this thing just broke while I was here.
What was it, Dan?
I mean, if you want the specifics, it's not very funny. The arm that like braces for the garage door to the wall to open it up, it just pulled out of the wall.
The arm that I don't even know what you're talking about.
So there's a thing that connects the central. Oh, one of these. It's just an arm that connects your basic garage door opener lever thing to the wall, and it just came out.
That sounds like a pain to be broken.
Oh, they can shoot?
Oh! Yeah. I thought he was dead, too. I thought that was like his death animation. We've struggled with those guys a bit.
That's because I feel like I haven't fought them enough to know what they're capable of.
Well, I think you're too used to the Red 9, like, doing everything. Like, whereas, like, that's a sniper rifle job, for sure.
Yeah, I didn't... Because, again, it was going fine until he fucking shot me.
Oh, man. We just almost had no ammo for the Red 9. I just gave you 10 more bullets. Oh, shit. Another one? Yeah, you said practice. Open your mouth. Easy.
Problem is, it's just hard to switch to the sniper.
I did also learn something about this game recently.
Shadow.
You're playing with keyboard and mouse, right?
Uh-huh.
So apparently that's the
fucking
obviously.
dog?
He's just taking a poop. He's still not even upset. There you go. That obviously the keyboard and mouse is the way to play for like best accuracy and stuff like that. But I learned that the worst one by far, the Xbox controller has such a bad lag time with the aiming controls. It makes the game so much harder. So that's how I played both times with the Xbox controller. And like I was like, man, like I wonder why like Dan is having a much easier time than I am. And it's because you're able to just. Well, you are better than me, but I also think part of it is like I'm gonna blame the Xbox controller a little bit here. I did use the mouse and keyboard when I'm in the shooting gallery though, and it did make a huge difference. So I should have known.
Why didn't you just use it the whole time?
I don't honestly know. There's not like there's a ton of buttons in this game. I kind of like having the D-pad to switch between weapons though, as opposed to the numbers up top. Sneaky. Oh. How the fuck did we aggro these guys?
Are these?
Use a grenade maybe. I just don't know how you aggro them because usually they don't come until like a little bit later. Oh, he's going.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant that guy in the window. You meant like he just turns into one of those guys though. That's nothing.
Dude, that guy's Ned Kelly. You can't fucking shoot him in the head. You gotta use the Ned Kelly strats. You gotta shoot him in the
What
knees.
hit me? That throwing thing?
No. The guy you said that wasn't a problem.
He hit me from behind?
It spins. It's like big. The tentacle, like with a blade on it, spins around.
Oh, that's what hit me?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
We're having a rough go over here. Ned Kelly and the gang fucking doing us dirty here.
Yeah, I'm tempted to just die.
Dan, don't do it. We're so powerful. We can't be throwing.
Sometimes the controls in this game are just not quite as responsive as I'd like them to be.
As bad as the Xbox controller?
No, not like that. Like the actual game, like the way Leon moves. I mean,
We got 2 fish left. We do have a bunch of heavy grenades, which you can use at any time.
like sometimes. Where am I?
This isn't good.
Where am I?
It
Who am
teleported me. I wasn't standing there.
There's a fire thing up and above that guy. Oh, are we gonna get a suplex here? Nope. Shoot the fire, shoot the fire. Oh, he's still coming.
He already dropped his item though, so he's dead.
Oh,
Now I
fire,
use
fire,
the
fire.
What the fuck, game?
Okay, and he used your fire for you. Can we get a Jeffrey slow-mo on that one? Because that's fucking wild. He threw
Game is
it went
bullshit.
through the fire thing, and then it went through the wall. It had, like, look at the wall. There's, like, that gap between...
I think it just fucking
There's, like, a little
flipped,
gap
dude.
there between... Yeah, dude, he fucking wanted you with that. Like, he went to wanted school where you get punched by that man a lot, and then you have sex with Angelina Jolie, and then you get the power to spin bullets. Spin axes, I guess.
You're serious.
Where's he going? Come back.
Surely. Can't be. There's
Which
another
way is
fire
like the
thing
right
coming.
way and which way is the collectible way?
Whoa, where'd the other guy come from up there? The right way is the way that you're shooting at all those guys. There's
Okay.
treasure.
There's
behind
treasure
you.
like in the cave.
Cave treasure. Just like Indiana Jones.
Where's that guy? Oh, he's there. He is.
You know, when people talk about Indiana Jones, I actually just watched the Ark of the Covenant today. And people, you know how in the second movie there's like that movie star girl that's like basically useless,
You
and
mean?
everybody gives
Wait, which
Go
one
ahead.
is she?
the blonde one, like she's like she was in like Hong Kong, like actress singer.
The one that he
lady,
knew
and-
when she was a child,
No, see, okay, I was just
and
about to talk,
the
no,
one
no.
that he statutory raped.
Exactly. I was just like, I didn't notice that until I rewatched it. No, that's the first girl. That's Marion. And it had been so long since I saw those movies in it. Like, I don't think I was like old enough to understand like the implications. But yeah, she's like, it was basically like the I Dreamed a Dream song. Like, he was there one summer. He
Did you
took
shed a
my
tear?
youth. Yeah. I was like, man, like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I
don't.
dreamed a
There are
dream
people on the
of
internet that have done the
summer.
math from like it can determine how old she was, and she was a child.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. So that was wild. But also, like, I used to think of Marion, like, that's her name, is that she was one of the more useful ones, like, comparatively to, like, the blonde chick. And then the third one is actually a Nazi, I think. The third girl's a Nazi, so that doesn't count. Like, everybody knows Nazis are very resourceful, but they're bad. So, like, you can't give her any sort of credit.
I've heard.
But
That's what my family
you've heard-
always says about Nazis. They say they're
Bad.
very bad, but my God, are they resourceful?
they're resourceful, but they're bad. But
Whenever
anyway,
they were rounding us up, we had to all think about it. I mean, hey, I don't like this, but as efficiency.
Damn.
no one can take that away from them. But oh, he's about to fucking Hadoken you. But yeah, everybody usually thinks of Marion as like one of the more useful ones. But she's her only thing that she can do is that she has like drinking power. She has like a very powerful liver that can like process alcohol at a higher level. And so like that is her main way of like getting out of
Drinking
problems, is, like
contest.
challenging people to drinking contests, which is super situational. But she's just as useless as the other girl. I fucking what's her name? She has like a boy's name. Her name's like Ralph or something like that. What's the girl's name for the second one? It's Ralph. But yeah, she's about as equally useless, but she also has this fucking seriously dark backstory about Indiana Jones statutory raping, which is crazy.
Which is the one that has that like little kid that for some reason hangs out with him?
That's the second one. It's Short Round. So he kidnaps basically like these two people. And the beginning of the second one, they're in China, and that's the one where the guy has like he calls him like it's like Hachi dog or something inside the bottle. He goes like, "This is Hachi dog," and then like it's like a little thing inside a bottle, and then they trade, and then he gets poisoned. He's like, "Ah, this is the antidote to the poison you just drank, Mister Jones!" Ha 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 ha! And they're all laughing, and then he skewers that guy, and then there's that big fight scene. But then he basically kidnaps that Ralph and Short Round. He like jumps in his car and he's like, "All right, you're coming with me now." So not only is he a rapist, Indiana Jones, but he's also a kidnapper.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. In the third movie, he goes after like Judeo-Christian relics, but in the second movie, he's just like, let's fuck up India for a bit. Like,
Let's fuck it up. You see, you're trying to make a big joke here, but he didn't want to be in India. I'll just
Did he
explain
not?
the whole. I'm gonna explain the entire plot of the Temple of Doom. He was in. They ran away from the Chinese mafia.
What were they
What is
doing
it
in
called? The
China?
Triforce. The Triguns.
The Triad?
Triad. That's it. Like the Chinese mafia, and then they get on a plane where it's like the guy piloting it like jumps out and like leaves them in it to crash, and they basically end up in India, and like the Indian people, they end up in like this sad Indian village, and they're like, "Please, Mr. Jones, they keep taking our children to the mines," and then he has to go like find their eggs and the
Why does he
children and
eat
stuff
that
like
monkey's brain?
He does eat that monkey.
Would you eat the monkey's brain?
Dude, fuck no. We already talked about this before. Like that is the worst like fear factor or survivor challenge. It's like eating the gross thing. Dude, there's that one dish where they have that fish and then they cut open its stomach and then there's a bunch of fucking eels inside, like live eels.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then he's like, the delicacy, stewed monkey brains. And they
I
pull
love
them
that
out, like,
voice
fun.
you do.
Yeah, I'm doing all the like racist voices. I haven't done a German one yet. So.
I think it's okay though because this came up in one of the Hitman videos. But if it's kind of a racial stereotype in the movie, I don't think it's like fully good now. So you're not
Oh, I see. So like the movie's gonna take the brunt of it.
being racist towards Indian people because the movie itself, the movie is a bit racist.
There's
Gappy?
that one scene in the second one where Short Round has to fight that Indian prince and they're like stabbing each other with needles. The things you could get away with in like PG movies back then is insane.
Yeah, Indiana Jones was a wild one.
Yeah, dude, I watched that when I was 7 years old, and I watched that fucking the nerdy Nazi when his face melts. I was scared of that. And I know that I'm not like the only one. Like a lot of people, like an entire generation was cursed by this. But like that fucking dude when his face melts, it was like
Why do
I
we
was
talk
ruined
about
by that.
Indiana Jones so much in these episodes?
Do we talk about Indiana Jones a lot?
I feel like you bring it up pretty frequently. What if
I don't. I think this is the first time we've ever talked about.
I feel like in
Indiana
an episode not that long ago, we talked about Indiana Jones because you thought Harrison Ford was going to turn to dust, and I was talking about how he drank from the Holy Grail, so won't.
Oh, we do
Ever?
reference the last Crusade a lot. That just the scene where the guy says you would have chosen Paul.
No, because we were talking about there being a new Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah. How can they follow up Aliens, man? It's fucking stupid.
The movie?
No, like there were aliens in the last Indiana Jones movie. That was like the
Ah.
entire thing was like.
I
like,
never
they already-
saw it. Can you describe the plot for me, please?
I honestly don't think I could because I've only seen that one once. And it
That's
was
the one that
bad.
has Optimus Prime in it, right?
Who the fuck? Oh no, that's the one that has Bumblebee in it. You're mixing up your Transformers. Everybody's favorite cannibal, Bumblebee. But yeah, I think the bad guys in that one were Soviets.
Leon decided
They were,
to
like,
go walk.
they weren't Nazis, they were Soviets.
Dude, Leon, you should not yell because I did not kill all those people outside.
Yeah,
There
we
were
just
a
gonna
lot of
skip
them.
that area. There was like treasure down there, but we just kind of ran past it.
I didn't. I'll go back out if it lets me. I didn't assume that that would happen. I kind of thought that like this was gonna lead back behind them.
Oh shit, there's like a chest there. Smooth blue.
But you probably want me to kill these people, huh?
I mean, I think there's a big treasure behind them. Like, I think it's like a big one.
But they didn't seem interested in stopping me. They just kind of let me.
You could probably stealth kill him now. Yeah, he's like out and about though.
I don't
I
have
wonder-
the patience.
I know you. I've heard, or not heard. I've seen that you can parry dynamite. You cut the fuse off the dynamite to parry it. I wonder if you can parry a rocket launcher. That would be really cool. You know we have another zoom setting on that. Great. Yeah, but the first yeah, you're right. The first and the third Indiana Jones are both like Christian, like Hebrew God. The second one is kind of just like an Indian cult.
Hebrew
like,
God is real. Is what Indiana Jones like makes it.
Well, yeah, dude, exactly. He melted those people's face. Dude, he sent like ghosts out of that box and like killed all those people and like melted
What's
their
the
faces.
deal with that?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. That's one of those things you forget
How does
about.
God
until
have
you
an army
actually
of
watch it.
ghosts?
Yeah, there's a bunch of ghosts, and then
Is
the
it-
one's like a
Like, is
lady,
anyone
like a
checking
pretty
up on
lady.
that guy?
Yeah, he's fucking coming unhinged. Like I'm sure, like some of the angels, like Michael, like is standing next to God, or like Jesus is standing next to God. Well, I guess that's not canon in the Jewish lore. So somebody's standing next to God. And
Well,
then
no,
he's
but
like,
Jesus
hey,
could
like,
be up there with him. He's just not his kid.
He's like, hey, isn't that a little like? God, that was a little bit much when you did that thing with the ghosts and melted those Nazis' faces. And then
Why did
everybody's
you
like,
hide all these ghosts in that special box?
in that special box. And then, yeah, so that's wild. And then, but the second one, it's like Shiva or something. So like they have established that like there is religion lore.
Dude,
but then in
the
the
Indians
fourth
better
one-
watch out because our god has a box of ghosts.
Oh, dude, see, I told you, big treasure. That's another crown, Dan.
I can put one on both hands and do like a regal puppet show.
You can wear them on your arms. Yeah. But yeah, and then in the fourth one, they just bring aliens in the mix. So it's like, man, come on. Like, we already had like some like religious lore, and then you just brought aliens into the mix, and then it's kind of
There's a box of ghosts, and then there's like a Templar ghost or whatever.
Well, it's Jesus' cup. The cup
Yeah.
the
But
cup
there's
that
like
Jesus made.
the old Templar. That's been
Yeah, it's been protecting the Jesus cup. Like that can melt you if you drink out of the wrong one. There's an invisible bridge in that movie too. If you don't remember, it's like a fucking Dark Souls invisible bridge.
I don't have time for you.
Fucking Tuscan Raider.
Let me.
Oh no,
Nope.
too late.
They're serious.
Oh, it's fine. It's just one of
And then they just kind of bring aliens in the mix, and it's like, I wish you wouldn't have. Harrison Ford is like 110 years
Dude,
old.
stop!
now.
You can't talk about Harrison Ford anymore.
He's so old.
I'm like 95% sure, not that many episodes ago, whether it's whether it was on Resident Evil or a different game we were playing, you kept talking about that.
I don't remember this. Maybe that's my curse that I just have to. Anytime I just have to talk about Harrison. How many BattleBots do you think Harrison Ford could take?
Dude,
in
no,
his
you can
prime?
talk. You can talk about anything you want right now, but you can't. The next thing you talk about can't have anything to do with Harrison fucking Ford. Okay?
What about BattleBots?
We kind of already talked about that last episode.
Oh, okay. I'll come up with something new. Here, I was actually thinking about this. that like there has to be, and you're the expert on these things. There has to be an anime about BattleBot. That's Baby Eagle Hole.
Door's jammed.
There has to be an anime that's like
Isn't
about
that just
BattleBots, right?
mecha?
No, see, that's too much. They're big. I'm talking about tiny BattleBots that fight each other.
But there's like
Not like
tiny
mecha.
mechas, like tiny robots.
No.
What about
'cause that's
Beyblade?
kind of, yes. And so here was my idea. If I had to direct a anime about BattleBots, I would have like your stereotypical like think like Mob Psycho, like just like you're fucking this huge nerd, like this little tiny nerd child. But whenever he gets in the BattleBot arena, he basically becomes like Pharaoh from Yu-Gi-Oh. He just like gets like bigger and stronger and more masculine. And is like, it's time to duel. And, and
You're just describing Beyblade, I think.
yeah, well,
We already
I
have
haven't
that.
watched Beyblade. Is that how?
Neither
that
have
goes?
I,
Like,
but like it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, but with BattleBots, right?
no, see, you're making things up. You don't know that the people in Beyblade like change.
I don't,
I
but
th-
it's not as if this is like a. Whoa!
Fuck.
I thought he died.
No, his head popped out.
You should have told me that. I was waiting for it to pop out.
I thought you knew it was happening.
No. I looked at him and was like, oh, he's dead.
We're almost. This is our last fish. That was our last fish. I was just about to say though, like we're really getting good use out of our shotgun right now. We've used it 0 times since we brought it with us.
You're right. I should have left it in the typewriter. I'll put it back next chance I get.
I always imagined like this. Maybe I'm way off base with this, but I always thought Beyblade was kind of like it wasn't like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh at all. Like it was just like future people like playing like with their tops, but like it was more like dire stakes. You know what I mean?
What's a kids show? I don't think the stakes are that.
There can be high stakes, like getting sent to the Shadow Realm.
But
At one
that
time,
isn't
you
like
used
that.
Grandpa
That's
to the
like
Shadow Realm.
fake high stakes, where it's like, but it's not like they could just kill him. Like, this is an elaborate trap where if you lose all your life points, like this blade will chop Joey's leg off, and it's like, oh no! Like every time my life points go down, like your life force gets sucked away, and it's like you could just shoot him though.
That one time that penguin possessed that girl's body.
Like, wouldn't that be way easier?
I don't.
I
did
just
they
got
ever
fucking
threaten
debated.
cutting-
That was a briefcase that usually has good stuff, and it had 5 handgun ammo in it.
Yeah, but that's your favorite thing is handgun ammo.
The Red 9 is a monster.
That I think you're telling tales down. I don't think they ever had like a Saw-esque scenario where like Joey
They
almost
had
lost
there was
his
a
leg.
fucking episode of Yu-Gi-Oh. The battle was taking place at like the port, like on the docks.
Okay.
And someone
That
was
was
set up
enough.
in such a way that if their life points hit 0, the person would die, like they would get killed. It was an elaborate Saw setup. I'm not making that shit up.
It was like a Rube Goldberg machine.
I can't answer that. It didn't seem like that. It seemed like more straightforward than that. Like if the life points go down, like this person's just gonna get killed by our mechanisms. I can't remember if it was drowning or if it was a big blade, but I remember where it took place. And I was thinking like it could have just fucking killed him.
What about this? What if the anime, instead of like the guy becoming more powerful,
You're
like
still on your
his
battle
robot,
odyssey.
his robot's like Wally, it's alive, but like he has to pretend like it's not alive. But like whenever it gets in fights, like and it
Actually-
almost dies, like he gets worried about it.
Okay, but he still makes it fight.
Well, there would be like a reason, like his mom has cancer, and like he needs to win the BattleBots tournament to like raise enough money to like cure her cancer.
I see.
Or maybe he's like just trying to like it could be even more like nihilistic than that. Like he's just trying to impress like a hot girl.
What's that about?
That's an original jump scare. Like anybody that remembers the original like knew that was coming. I was just wanted to see how you would take it.
Thank God. Nothing really happened though.
Ooh, you have the stench of battle on you, mate.
You're fucking telling me, dude.
What can I interest you in?
What do you got? Nothing.
Let's just put our fucking shotgun back in the box.
Next.
I need to. My inventory doesn't have that. It's pretty
Getting a little sleepy there, Dan. Getting like sleepy noise.
available for stuff. I don't think I need to put it back.
What are oh, it's just a tiny fish. I was looking for a big fish.
It ain't real.
We're so used to the big fish. Big honkers.
Yep. We could end the episode here, but it's not been that long yet. Might as well keep going.
Might as well keep going. We're about to get to a bit here, Dan.
Oh, you know I love this. Every time you say that, I get really...
Every time I give you a little warning, we're getting to it. If you see, you don't remember the spooks and the spookettes,
I don't remember
the ghouls and the
anything.
goblins that occur in this area. But I was ready. I knew it was coming, and I was fucking terrified the first time I did this bit. It's even like really spooky. Like this hallway's just giving off serious spooky vibe.
I am seriously spooked. Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, like how spooked?
Probably like Halloween store. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Is there a gimmick? Do I have to like pull levers again or some shit? Oh yeah, to like make them burn inside this room. Is that what's gonna happen?
Why do you think this room is set up to burn things? Like, what gave you that indication?
There's a lever on the wall.
Here's a lever. Oh, it's just the Los Plagas burn room where they burn all their stuff.
You say that, but like there are gimmicks like that. Like that boss I had to fight. Oh, it's
Oh, look at that hole. That looks like a bow block.
I thought it was gonna be one of those things where like I've gotta get him in the room and hit the thing.
Well, maybe you should have read the fucking note and we would know what we're doing.
All right, what did it say?
So you know how Ashley's door had that 3 Plagos like
Yeah,
symbol
I'm not
door?
an idiot.
So, yeah, so we need to first of all get a key card, and then we need to upgrade our key card. This is like in Resident Evil 2 when you needed to like keep getting better like parts.
Yeah, how could I
to the
forget
lab.
that great part? That's when that
great
little
part.
girl was already looking like a pirate.
She already looked like a pirate. with one eye.
These bad guys that are creepy.
Mhm.
Can I just kill them normal?
What does that mean?
Or is there like a gimmick to it? Can I just shoot them until they stop moving? Or do I have to...
Why would you ask me that?
I don't know, because I don't want to waste my ammo and time if you're like, oh no, like you can't shoot them.
You do have to do this very hard bad puzzle here. This is probably my least favorite puzzle in the game because this one's actually hard and I don't like it because I
What
have
the
to think
fuck
about
am
it.
I looking at?
Yeah, dude. I don't even know. I can't even give you directions on like how to beat it because I don't even know how to beat it. You're trying to. You see how there's 1 out of 3 in the
These
top
controls are so fucking aggravating.
right. You have to make sure all the you need to get 3 out
Oh,
of
I need
3
all
and
the
get right up.
lightning bolts to be active.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. But you have to like look at what the pathways do. I get, or you could just keep flipping things until it
Okay,
works, like
okay.
I did, like an idiot. But they get harder. This one's the easiest one.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Riveting game.
I have no idea what's happening.
Come on, Dad. Solve the puzzle for children. I believe in you, Dan. Oh, I thought you had it there for a second. I'm just trying to think of like who the antagonist in the BattleBot anime would be. Probably like in like real life IRL, like the BattleBot like bad guy is like the guy who drives Tombstone. Like nobody likes that guy, I think. Like he's like an old mean man. But like
Uh-huh.
in the anime it would have to be like, oh no. It
No,
would have
in
to be like
fact,
a rich kid. Like the main character's BattleBot is like made out of like junk parts and like just like riveted together with like cheap screws. But like this kid's like BattleBot, like there's a Korean team. There's a Korean team in the BattleBot circuit, and their BattleBot isn't like that good. Like it wins a couple matches, but it looks so fucking sleek. It looks like a fucking like a thing out of like straight up like anime. Like you would have a BattleBot like that.
the problem is I'm trying to have this conversation with you while also trying to not
Yeah,
be.
you did. I was worried you're gonna like unfuck it there.
I'm sorry. Like halfway through, I stopped listening to you.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just rambling about Harrison Ford again.
What kind of experiments?
Why did they make like a model of it?
It's a weird one, right?
When this
Do you think
is-
that's real?
This episode's over.
This is what?
This is over. This episode. Can you believe it?
Oh, okay. Here, read this before we. Okay.
Nah, that's okay.
All right. What scares you more, Dan? What scares you more? Oh shit! Pause. I didn't think he was gonna come in.
Huh? Something tells me I can't.
Yeah, but don't die here, otherwise we'll have to redo that puzzle. Just
I
pause
was
it.
blocking
Pause
the
it.
path. No, what do you gotta say? Tell me.
Oh my god, we can't talk over this.
No, you gotta tell me, and while I run away from it. Is there more than one or just the one?
There might be more than one.
It's a dead end.
What scares you more, Dan? Being stuck in an infinite loop, like Groundhog Day style,
Huh?
or knowing the day that you're going to die and how you're going to die?
I mean, being stuck in a Groundhog Day loop.
Like, yeah, like for like, what if it's only like until you figure out like how to get out of it, like in Groundhog's Day?
Do I have to learn something about myself along the way, or do I? kinda
Yes, of
figure it out?
course.
No, I'll pick
No, you
the.
have to-
I'll know when I'll die. That's okay.
Okay. And you
Then I
wouldn't,
can
like,
plan
worry
around
about
it.
Yeah, but you would think about it all the time. You'd be like, "This is the day I die."
Well, no, I disagree. I would only think about it once because I would like. As of now, I have to wonder like, "Ooh, will I be okay? Like, am I gonna get sick? Is my car gonna crash?" I wouldn't think
Oh,
about
I
death a
see.
single time until like I died.
Oh, you'd be like a Viking. Like you don't have to worry about dying any other day.
Yeah, I could
So it's
become like a
fine.
daredevil, so I'll take that one.
Okay, cool. Interesting. All right, I guess next time we'll have an action-packed intro where we're trying to figure out how to fucking escape the monster.
Uh-huh. Why didn't you just tell me I couldn't kill him?
Yeah, because I wanted you to read the notes there.
You just want to be petty because I don't
I-
want to
is-
read the notes.
I don't know if that's
But
petty.
You
It's
could have
just
just
kinda-
told me. You could have just told me.
It's better content. It's kind of funny whenever you struggle a little
Goodbye.
bit, you know?